Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition Let's Play video, and this is part 143 of my Let's Play series. And in the last video, we continue work on my new mansion way over out there in the distance. And in this video, we are actually starting on a new side build in addition to the mansion house that I'm already making. So if you haven't seen my last video, I announced that I'm going to be making a Japanese kind of style house right over here by this pond, because a subscriber of mine actually suggested me to build that in episode 140. So thanks to Umar for requesting that build, and we're going to be making that today. And speaking of subscriber requested builds, any of you guys who watch my videos can comment down below any builds you guys would like to see built in my world in the future or in the creative subscriber city. And if the build I think is deemed too difficult to build in survival, then I'll build it in the creative subscriber city. But if I feel like if it's manageable to build in my survivor world, then I definitely will. And I figured a Japanese themed build would actually be a pretty nice addition to this area, because I did say in a previous video that I wanted to build something near this pond area because it is pretty bland over here other than the pond, especially this area over here. And I am going to have to make another build somewhere over here as well next to the Milestone Museum in the future. But adding the Japanese style build here will actually add a lot more to this area as well. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Now I have all the materials I think I will need for this build, as you can see. So from left to right, you can see stone brick stairs, oak wood planks, oak wood, blah, blah, blah. You can see all the other materials here. And this isn't the specific amount, I'm just having them here just because I think this is what I'll be using for this build today. So let's go ahead and get started with the stairs. And the stone brick stairs and the oak wood and the oak planks are what I'm going to start with first, because those are going to be essentially the foundation of this build. Because this isn't really going to be a huge actual build, but I'm going to kind of build a small little Japanese house, kind of like a hut. So I figured the pond would actually be a perfect area for that. So we're going to get started. The front door is actually going to be right around here, and it's going to be a single door because I think that might actually look better than a double door in this case. So I'm not going to place the door down yet, but I am going to start with the foundation. So the stairs are going to be, let's see, they're going to basically ring around the whole build. So the corners are going to have oak logs, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make this an odd number. So I might make this 11 by 11. Ooh, well, let's get rid of this creeper first before it blows it all up. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, there we go. Now it's gone. All right, so we have 4 blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and does that line up? Relatively, because I want the door to be right here, so it's going to have to be in the middle of this area. Alright, so since we're working with an odd number here, we have to have the same amount of blocks on each side as this. And actually, I think I got it right on my first try, because there's 5 on this side and 5 on this side, so we're actually perfect. Alright, and as for the flooring of this build, I feel like I'm actually going to use stone bricks, because it's cohesive with the outside stone, so when you actually enter inside, it's going to look pretty much the same. And then if I actually want to use a different kind of flooring inside the actual house, then I'll just put carpet over the stone brick. So it'll work out. But I don't have enough stone brick, but I do have lots of cobblestone cooking and furnaces at my house, so that will not be a problem at all. So let's continue the outline of the stone brick stairs. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Barely enough room in this area, but there is enough. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1, okay, so we don't need to count here. Then, of course, I need a couple more stone brick stairs to finish that off. And then let's go ahead and start rising up the oak log towers on all corners. And then I'm going to go back to my house real quick, and I'm actually going to grab all that stone, because I have 2 stacks cooking, so that should be plenty for the rest of this build. God, there's another creeper. Oh, please don't blow up. Okay, that was a close one once again. Oh, I really do not want the creeper blowing up next to my house right now. All right, so let's see the progress on that. And it looks like, oh, it looks like they're both done. Oh, well, they are. Well, look at that. So that is definitely convenient. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and eat, first of all. and craft all of this into stone brick. So I'm just going to craft all of this into stone brick. And this should give me 2 stacks, obviously. And there we go. And then I'll craft one more set of stone brick stairs, because I'm pretty sure 4 will finish this off. I don't think I'll need any more than that. Yeah, it looks like this will be perfect. Exactly enough. So I don't have to worry about having any spares. That's perfect. And then, of course, we'll finish off the inside flooring with all the stone brick. And then we'll start on the exterior walls, which are going to go on the inner parts of this. So the exterior walls are actually going to be on this block. So I could start them just to demonstrate. So it's going to look something like this. And then I feel like what's really going to make this look like a Japanese style build is the roof. Because usually when you look at like kind of like a Japanese house, or just like whatever, I don't really know exactly what they call those houses, but whenever you look at houses like that, I'll post a picture on screen in the video so you can see an example of what I'm talking about. The roof kind of has like a swoopy kind of look to it with like things on the edge. I know I'm really not describing this well, but yeah, you'll see the picture and it'll all make sense when you look at the roof. So I feel like that's what really gives it that look. And this is going to be a 2-story build as well, because I don't want to completely overshadow my house with this and make it like a really tall build. So this is meant to be pretty simple. It's not meant to be really complicated, just a simple little house next to the pond. And of course, I'll decorate this area accordingly once this build is complete, because this will be a 2-part, so this will take 2 videos to complete, obviously. So we'll do the front of the house area first, and then I'll get my axe out and break out the middle so I can put the door in place. And the door is going to be right here, of course, right in the middle. And let me just double check that that is the middle. And yep, it looks like it's the middle to me. Now, this does look pretty, like, bland right now, but I am going to add extra details to the actual side of the house, so just to make it look a little bit better. And I think I might actually use something with spruce. I'm thinking I might do stairs, like, as a contrasting kind of thing, but I feel like since I'm using that for the roof already, I'll have to figure out a different kind of block to use as detail on the sides. Alright, so let's build up these walls, because it's getting nighttime, so I really don't want any mobs coming inside of this, so that way I can start work on the actual interior. And the interior design is going to be relatively simple. There really isn't going to be a whole lot going on in here. Instead of having a standard 1st and 2nd floor, I could have a viewpoint on the top, where it's just a flat plane, kind of like the top of my house, and then I can use it for viewing as well, because down here you can obviously see the pond from here, and you can see the barren forest that used to be there. But it can also be used as a fishing spot too, because, well, fishing from like the top floor of this build is going to look weird, but it would actually work. So that wouldn't be a bad idea either to use in the future. So let's start with placing some torches in here, because it is getting dark in here fast. Very dark. And we desperately need torches in here. Not going to put torches on the outside yet, even though I probably should right now, just as temporary, so that mobs are just not ruining my time over in this area. Because this area is very dark. There is just not enough torches over here. And there's not even torches on the path over there either. So mobs are really going to start spawning quick. So we'll get all these torches placed down, and I can already hear and see mobs in the distance. That's just great. Okay, so on the inside, the actual 1st floor is probably going to be an additional block high, and then I'll probably put the ceiling over it. And then the 2nd floor is probably going to be 1 block inward, so it's going to be on this block right here. And then this is where the wall will be on the 2nd floor, and then the 2nd floor will just have this inner space. So the ceiling obviously won't be super high, but that's not really the point, because again, like I said, I really don't want to overshadow the other builds in my world with this. So that's why I kind of don't want to make this too big. Alright, so let's just make a full stack of oak, because I do not want to run out in the middle of this. Alright, so we're almost done with this layer, and then we should be able to cap this off with something. Now, as far as doing that, I'm going to have to consider the flooring on the 2nd floor. And I could use stone again, just to keep the flooring consistent. So I think I'll just go ahead and just continue with my stone brick as my floor, just to keep it consistent. And then, wow, I am missing so many blocks. So, and then of course, the 2nd floor is going to be on here. So this block will be where the 2nd floor starts, because the 2nd floor, I mean, I actually could do the opposite. I could either make the 2nd floor a block smaller or a block larger. And if I made it a block larger, it would actually be similar to my house design, because on my house, the 2nd floor is actually a block larger. Well, and I just fell off too. Because if you can see, these stone brick areas are actually inlaid in the middle. So you can see the wall for the 2nd floor is actually 1 block out from the 1st. And I think that does offer a pretty interesting design, and I might actually do something similar for this build. But in this case, I think I might just actually make the second floor a little bit smaller but whenever I look at Japanese style houses with several floors, usually the floors that are above the first are a little bit smaller. So I figured in order to stay consistent with that kind of design, I might just have to stick with that. Alright, so the roof is done. Now we'll start on the second floor. So if I go something like this, start on the second. And then in between here, just so it's not like such a jagged edge, I'll probably add some slabs here that are spruce. So that way it doesn't really look that bland in that area. Because right now it just looks like a pretty basic survival house at the moment. But of course the details are really going to make this sell. And of the roof, of course, as well, as I mentioned earlier. So as we continue on here, I'm just going to keep going until I run out of oak planks. I think I'm almost out. Oh no, I still have 26. That's actually plenty. That'll be enough to finish the entirety of the walls here. Alright, so almost complete. And of course this will be the same height as the same ceiling height as the first floor. So we got to add one more layer and then we can actually place the roof on, which will be stone bricks again. But the top of this is going to obviously be that viewpoint area I was talking about. And it might be the same length as I'll put fences and stuff. But what I might actually do is I'll put the roof on, but the roof will be raised. So the viewing point will be right on top of here in the same level that I'm standing on this block right here. But I'll probably place some fences on the side. Well, fences will go all the way around, but on the corners, the fences will go upwards, and then it'll probably connect to the actual roof. It might look a little awkward, but on the sides, the roof will droop down and probably connect with this portion of the wall right here. So I think it'll look pretty good in the end, and it'll kind of give it a more interesting appearance too, I feel like. So we'll go ahead and continue on here, use up the rest of my stone bricks. And yeah, so this is basically the beginning of the build so far. And off camera, I will do a little bit of work. I'll probably finish the actual main parts of this build. And then, whoa, oh my god, 3 zombies. Jeez, they really came in fast. I did not realize I left the door open, and wow, I cannot believe that. Well, that was a really unexpected surprise. Well, and yeah, as you can see, the ladder is going to be interesting to make here. So I'm probably going to have to do something about the, I'm probably going to have to place some blocks like this. I might actually make, that actually kind of is a good idea for the inside design. Because I could place little corners like that on each side. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Of course, I don't have enough stone bricks to do that at the moment, but yeah, I think that's a good, actually, that's a pretty good design choice. There will be 2 sets of ladders at the back, but in the front, they won't have any. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic actual layout of this build so far. So right now, it doesn't look like much, obviously. It just looks like a, it looks like a tiny house on top of a larger house, or a room on top of a room, or whatever. Or you could even say it looks like my house, but reversed. But of course, it's just a square. But like I said, the details are really going to make this pop and make it look good. So yeah, that's going to go ahead and conclude it for part 1 of my Japanese house. And let me get inside of here before mobs just start killing me. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.